Dude, this is some fucking bullshit, dude. So Borderlands 3 is one of those games that I think to an extent some of us are excited for. It's been a fucking while since Borderlands has ever released. Last time I covered a Borderlands was fucking eons ago, literally. So I'm glad to see Borderlands 3 kind of show up. Randy Pitchford's been rimming my ass again with that game. But unfortunately, the sad part is, it's a fucking Epic Store exclusive. It's almost like that is a dirty, dirty word these days, and it is a dirty word for some key reasons. Now, I'm not going to sit here and kind of fucking, tart out the common misconceptions of hating Epic just for the sake of it. I actually have some solid reasons for not liking Epic Games Store. I also don't like Steam. I don't like any launcher. I kind of miss the fucking days where I could install the game off of my disc, put a serial key in, maybe, nowadays I don't even mind having the fucking disc in my goddamn CD drive if I, still had a CD drive, but I don't miss the days of classic PC gaming with the fucking CD keys, having the data on the disc, all that good shit. I like that. I didn't mind it nowadays. But anyways, on to the point over here. Now, Epic Games gets away by basically funneling tons of money to a game developer for making their game exclusive. Sometimes these games can be up to a year exclusive in the case of Metro Exodus, and for something like Borderlands 3, it's about 6 months exclusive. Now, it doesn't really sound too bad. I mean, if you really cared, you probably won't get Borderlands 3 for 6 months, probably will fuck off, do something else, finish up your backlog, and buy it on Steam or any other store. But the weird notion of competition to me is brought up. I don't think this is competition. I think this is just straight up classic money hatting. Now, for having a competitive storefront, for instance, you would actually have to have competitive storefronts. And what I mean by that is something like Epic Games to me barely functions as a storefront as it is. For me, Epic Games is one of these rudimentary game launchers that have basically... The only reason this launcher is here is because we used to download Unreal Editor, Unreal Engine, or Fortnite off of it. And now Epic Games has realized that since they have the Fortnite money, they've got to invest their money in having a proper infrastructure, which I totally respect. If they had built a game launcher and basically allowed game developers to have a better royalty cut on it, that would be all they would need. Now, the idea of Steam taking 30% of a developer's fucking check on each game is pretty absurd to me. I think 30% is nowhere near should Steam be taking 30% of your fucking check. That is absurd. That is stupid as fuck. 30% for the services Steam provides, it's totally in Valve's favor. They are not deserving of that 30%. They should be asking for way less. Epic Games does charge way less, and they're absolutely right when they do. They do not bring in 30% of work to that sale, so to speak. All right, the money that money should be going solely to that developer. There is a cut that Epic and Valve should take. Yes, absolutely, to keep those servers running for distribution, all that stuff, but it is nowhere near 30%. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, it is nowhere near 30% of a sale. But now that we can move on, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this isn't the only thing left. Now Epic Games has to basically fucking toss in the money and retain exclusivity. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind this so much had Epic Games actually done something to their fucking launcher. To this day, this launcher is pretty rudimentary. If anybody's used it, you'll realize that, yeah, it downloads okay. If a launcher couldn't download a game, we'd have some fucking problems. But there are some key things missing. For one, regional pricing is still kind of shot in the dark. Yeah, the game is $10 cheaper if you live in the US, I guess Canada if you buy through the US store, but for the rest of the world, it's about the same. I would be okay with having a game $10 less. That would definitely put people over to Epic Games, to save that extra $10. $10 is $10. The other key problems that I have is the launcher actually lacks a big picture mode, which might sound like a small deal, but me hooking up my PC to a TV all the time, I actually do like the idea when a launcher kind of does that, allows you to play like a console, so to speak, on the big PC. I also miss the idea of having fucking cloud saves, which is a pretty big deal. I don't know why in 2019 a launcher, a big fucking gaming company, can't provide cloud saves. Everyone can do cloud saves. It's a very important feature. If you ever got to reinstall Windows because of some stupid bullshit, and this happened with me too. I played probably halfway through Metro Exodus. Love that game. But I had to reinstall Windows because of a problem. So I reinstall Windows and I find out, okay, well, I have Metro Exodus on another drive. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. In the Epic Games launcher, I can't just fucking point it to where Metro is installed. I have to re-download the whole fucking game. And I haven't figured out how to do it the other way around. Maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure. But it is a fucking pointless pointless little thing to have inside there. It is something that should have been there from the beginning. If EA Origins can fucking do a better job of being a launcher, you have failed, Epic. I'm just saying. Now, when I reinstalled the game, I realized, wow, I lost all my fucking saves. This game didn't back up to the cloud. And in 2019, when that doesn't happen, you can tell that there's some fucking bullshittery going on at Epic's store. And that boils me down to the question. I see a lot of people who defend Epic for creating competition, and I'm okay with that. Epic did create competition. But this is not competition. Competition is not tossing millions of dollars at a developer towards the end of a game cycle, which you know the developer is going to accept because that money needs to be gotten. They need to make a profit on this game. You know it's at that point they will do it. And that is not competition. Tossing money to a developer towards the end of that cycle, basically locking in exclusivity for 6 to 12 months on the hopes that because your game is so popular, people are going to download your launcher and then stick with it at some point, while you don't have to do any work at making your services better. Look, I don't like launchers, period. I don't like having my fucking PC game split across 10, 15 different services. It's bullshit. I don't like it at all. But I also don't like this weird sub-exclusivity nonsense that's happening in PC. It's not that PC games are going away or anything, or that, like, you know, they're locking it away. Now we're locked in between storefronts. And when a storefront refuses to change, when it refuses to adapt, when it refuses to provide you proper services, like basic services like cloud fucking saving, then you realize that it's not really competition. It's just blatant bullshit on part of one game company. If you really want to provide competition, don't pay for exclusivity deals. Fuck that. Instead, give a better cut to the developers. Give a better price to the game, to us purchasers, and we'll buy from Epic itself. If you give us the fucking exact quality of Valve, if you give us the exact quality of every other launcher that's on the market but you, then you don't have to pay millions of dollars. Then people will automatically download Epic Games and go there. If they can save money and the developers can make more money through that product and your overall product becomes better than its competition, guess what? You succeed. You kind of start seeing this in the console sphere too. You know, when one game console does worse than the other game console will provide a fuck ton of features. Microsoft this generation has been giving a fuck ton of features. It's why there are some people who are like, hey, maybe I'll go to the Xbox now. It's not that Microsoft has been paying for some crazy exclusives to stay on their sides forever. No. In fact, quite the opposite. They have been providing a proper product, and that's why people are shifting over to it. Epic Games, I don't know what the fuck they're on, but they're not providing that proper product. So ladies and gentlemen, that's just all I had to say about Borderlands 3 and the whole idea of Epic Games exclusivity. It's nonsense. You know, as a gamer, it is bullshit. It is bullshit being a PC gamer that I got to deal with a fucking game program, a launcher programming causing some form of exclusivity. For this game, I'm probably going to have to wait out once it's on a better launcher in my eyes. Again, not that I like one or the other. It's just, this ain't competition, chief. This ain't it. This is some bullshit. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike me, dislike it. I am out.